Busting in with speed at the right circle. Roarsman trying to cut it back up front for McQueen. Scores! They're unstoppable! And McQueen...
We're continuing to break down the NHL's next big names, and today we're diving into Roger McQueen, a 6'5", 200-pound center from the Brandon Wheat Kings, who's got scouts buzzing for the 2025 NHL Draft. This guy's got the size, the hands, and the wicked playmaking touch, but a freak back injury has turned him from a surefire top pick into the draft's biggest wildcard. So is he a future NHL star or a risky bet? Today we're unpacking his story, his game, and that unique X factor that could make him a steal. If you're ready for this deep dive, smash that like button and subscribe for more NHL Draft content, and let's get rolling.
Gets him to bite and drives the cage, win, fires, blocked, rebound from McQueen, a shot, scores!
Born in 06 in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, Roger McQueen grew up in a family where hockey was practically a religion. His dad, Scott, played junior hockey, and his uncle, Rene, was a standout in the Saskatchewan hockey scene, so Roger was stick-handling before he could tie his own skates. Growing up, he idolized NHL big men like Ryan Getzlaf, dreaming of using his size to dominate, and as a kid, Roger tore up the youth hockey rinks. By age 16, he was a force with Canada White's U17 team, racking up 4 goals and 4 assists in just 6 games. His mix of size and skill turned heads early, and you could tell this kid was built for something special. That foundation set him up for a big leap to the WHL, so let's talk about how he made his mark there.
Play it. Left behind for Vaughn. He overskated the puck. It's back out for McQueen. Scores! 2 assists. Why not?
Roger's WHL journey started with the Brandon Wheat Kings, who drafted him 4th overall in the 2021 WHL Bantam Draft. In his rookie season of 2022 to 2023, he played 55 games, putting up a modest 4 goals and 10 assists as a 16-year-old finding his footing. But his sophomore year, that's when things clicked. In the 23 to 24 season, he exploded for 21 goals and 30 assists in 53 games, showing off his offensive flair despite missing the last month with a back injury. He came back for the playoffs, leading Brandon with 4 goals and an assist in 4 games. Talk about stepping up.
Here comes McQueen. Roger McQueen makes a move around Pinoca, now trying to find a centering feed. It comes back to him, he scores!
Then came the 24 to 25 season, his draft year. Roger was on fire, scoring 4 goals in his season opener against Moose Jaw and piling up 11 points in 8 games. But then disaster struck in October. A spinal stress fracture, initially misdiagnosed as a bulging disc, sidelined him for 5 months. He returned in March, still managing 10 goals and 10 assists in 17 games, a near point-per-game pace despite the setback. Post on X mentioned he's fully recovered, saying a later injury was just compensation, and now it's healed. Internationally, he shined too, with a goal and 2 assists in the 2024 Gretzky Cup. Missing half the season and still producing like that? That's not just skill, that's grit.
Puck turned over in Regina's zone. All alone, Roger McQueen between the legs, he scores!
So what makes Roger McQueen so special? Picture a 6'5" center who moves like a much smaller player, with hands that can make defenders look silly. Roger's a beast at protecting the puck, using his massive frame and long reach to fend off checkers and drive to the net. His puck skills are slick, and he can pull off elusive dekes in tight spaces and has a knack for finding open ice, especially around the crease. His hockey IQ is off the charts, with precise passing that sets up teammates for prime scoring chances. He's a playmaker who controls the game from the half wall, slipping backhand or hook passes through traffic with ease.
Roarsman up the right side, busting in with speed at the right circle. Roarsman trying to cut it back up front for McQueen. Scores!
Physically, he's no soft giant, averaging almost 1.5 hits per game and bringing an edge that gets opponents rattled. His one-timer is deadly, and he's got a nose for finding soft spots to unleash it. Whether he's screening goalies, cycling the puck, or battling for position, Roger's the kind of player who shifts the momentum. He's not just big, he's a tidal wave, controlling the flow of the game with power and finesse.
Walks it back up front for McQueen, a shot, scores! Roger McQueen drives the net, and the big guns come along.
But we have to talk about the elephant in the room. That's Roger's risks. That spinal stress fracture has scouts nervous, with some teams worried it could be a recurring issue. Medical clearance will be huge for his draft stock, and GMs will definitely be grilling their doctors before taking the plunge. On the ice, his skating needs work. While he's mobile for his size, his acceleration and edge work aren't elite, and his mechanics can look labored, especially on quick turns. He also struggles in puck battles, winning only 44% of the time, and needs to add strength to dominate consistently. When Roger's on his game, he's a force, but when he's off, he can drift to the perimeter and fall for poke checks instead of driving through contact. And his playmaking could be sharper too. He's not always a threat to create high-danger chances. If he tightens these areas, he's a superstar in the making, but teams will be asking, is that back injury a one-time thing or a red flag that haunts his career?
Peter over the line to his left finds Wynn. At the left circle, Wynn feeds it through to McQueen. Scores! What a passing play, and Roger McQueen.
Despite the injury, though, Roger McQueen's a consensus top 10 pick for the 2025 NHL Draft. Elite Prospects ranks him number 5, TSN's Bob McKenzie has him at number 7, and NHL Central Scouting lists him 8th among North American skaters. Some, like The Athletic, call him a unicorn for his rare blend of size, speed, and skill, suggesting he could have been a first overall contender if healthy. Mock drafts have him going as high as number 5 to Montreal or number 7 to Boston, with teams like Pittsburgh at number 11 eyeing him if he slips. His rankings vary anywhere from number 5 to number 17 because of the injury uncertainty, but scouts love his upside. If a team trusts their medical staff and development program, they could land a first-line center at a bargain. A GM willing to roll the dice on Roger's health might walk away with the steal of the draft, especially if he hits his ceiling as a two-way force.
Mid-point, man-tie, Dominic Peter for Wynn, a shot, didn't work, sent across, they score!
But here's what sets Roger McQueen apart. His story and his skill set are one of a kind. Battling back from a spinal fracture in his draft year shows a resilience that can't be taught, and his comeback narrative is the kind that inspires teammates and fans alike. At 6'5", he's not just a big body, he's a playmaking center who can outskate defenders while also controlling the puck with finesse. That combo is rare, even in a draft class loaded with talent. Posts on X compare him to Tage Thompson, hinting at his potential to be a game changer if he stays healthy. When you see Roger weave through traffic or fire a laser one-timer, you realize this isn't just another prospect, he's a future NHL star waiting to break through. So right now, Roger McQueen is the ultimate high-risk, high-reward prospect in the 2025 NHL Draft. If he stays healthy, he's got the makings of a dominant NHL power center who can change games with his size, skill, and smarts. But who is bold enough to take a chance on him? I want you to drop your pick in the comments below. Who's snagging McQueen? And where does he land on your draft board? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and check out our top 5 riskiest prospects video next for more draft buzz. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.